Are you so sick and tired of the shit your ex does that pisses you off?
Yeah.
I'm Jessica.
I'm TH.
We are the co-founders of Ex Experts and co-hosts of the Divorce Etc. podcast, which is within the top 20% of all podcasts on Spotify. So if you're not listening to it yet, go check it out and listen to it. You can actually find it on all the platforms. But today we are talking about shit our exes do.
Yes.
Because I recently wrote a personal note in one of our newsletters about how the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And it literally all comes down to the shit my ex does, because I don't know why. I always expect things to be different, and he always does things the same way that are so agitating. He is a great dad. He's very hands-on when it comes to the fun stuff. But when it comes to the actual, like,
he likes
hands-on,
doing that stuff. He
that's
doesn't
right.
want to do the
It's
other
all about
stuff.
things he wants to do.
Right.
When it comes to the parenting part, the structure, the supervision, school shit, he doesn't want to deal. He's like, they're teenagers. If they know what they have to do, and if they can't get it done, that's on them. That's not my job. And I'm like, it is your job.
That's, yeah.
Right. So just the last couple of weeks have been totally crazy. My daughter's been finishing up junior year of high school. And so obviously there's been finals, and I was out of town. And then I found out, like, she ended up staying in my apartment, not at his. And then he was going clubbing, and, like, it was just a shit show.
Can we just stop right there? He's 53 years old. He's going clubbing? What club is even letting him in the door? Nobody. Not New York City.
We live in New York. Well, I say we live in New York City. He's probably friends with the bouncers at this point.
Bouncers? They're probably 18.
Anyway, we really just want to commiserate with you, because we are sure that you can relate, because there has to be stuff that your ex does that pisses you off.
Did you ever see the Bee Movie with Jerry Seinfeld's
No.
voice? So funny, first of all. It's Jerry Seinfeld in a cartoon. Highly recommend it for everyone. Watch it with the kids, because you'll get your jokes, they'll get theirs. But there's a window, and he's the bee. And he keeps going, this time, this time, this time, this time, this time.
Literally me.
Keeps crashing into the window. This time I'm going to get through. This time I'm going to get... He's not getting through. It's not changing.
Right.
And we also interviewed one of our ex-experts, Dr. Elizabeth Cohen, and I had told her, I had said something to my ex that about, my health and stuff. And he was like, all right, whatever. And I was disappointed.
A significant health issue that any normal person would have been like, oh my God.
Right. And when I spoke to him, I had thought about, like, how am I going to tell him? Do I need to tell him? Whatever. I didn't know what was going to happen. Didn't acknowledge. And so Dr. Cohen's like, well, has he ever acknowledged when you've been upset?
Not upset.
Has he
sick? Or
whatever. When you've had any issue about yourself, has he really cared? I go, no, he hasn't. She goes, well, then why would he care now?
Right.
I go,
you can't expect.
He wouldn't. And so that is the problem with shit with your ex, is when you expect something that has never happened to happen, then that shit's on you.
Right.
It's not on them. They don't care. Darren's still going out clubbing.
It's not even
and not
just
doing the structure.
When you expect things. It's that. Well, I can't
you
remember
hope
exactly.
that it's going to be better than it is.
It's also about when you do things a certain way, and you hold these expectations that they are going to be done the same way. We've talked about this in numerous ways in terms of, like, you can't micromanage shit that happens with your kids when they're with, their other parent. It's like the same thing. Like, I don't know why my ex will say that he's going to help manage. My son has a medical condition, and he says that he'll help manage the medical condition. So I get a phone call from the billing department of the hospital after he had a procedure, and they wouldn't speak to me because my son is 19. And so they're saying they need to speak to my son. So I'm laughing on the phone, and I'm like, well, you can call him, but I don't think he's going to have any of the insurance and payment billing answers that you need. You should really call his dad. So I text both my son and his dad, hey guys, I would suggest you both call the billing department together and get the questions. Yeah, and my ex said to my son, why don't you handle it? Just call yourself, do the best you can, let me know if you need help.
What do you guys think about that? But what do you guys think about that scenario? Should Jessica, like, back off and be like, fine, you guys figure it out? Or are you waiting for them to be like, we should have listened to mom?
I don't think they would ever come back and say we should have
No,
listened to
but they'll
Mom.
know.
Right.
Like the whole karma bit is they're like, oh shit, she was
well,
right.
I just feel bad that my son, who really probably doesn't have the answers, is going to call and then he's going to need his dad anyway. But I have to let it go.
How it plays out.
Right.
You got to see how it plays out.
Why would I expect if he says he's handling his idea
but he's
of
handling it his way
by dumping it on my kids?
Right. The
That's
other
the
thing
handling.
is I get child support every 2 weeks. Okay. My ex literally will not send it until I send an email that now I've reduced. It used to be like, you're late on my child support, blah, blah, blah. Now it's only in the subject line. Question mark, where is child support? I literally have one every 2 weeks for years.
Oh my God.
He will still send it, but he literally waits for me. And
as opposed to just setting up an auto pay.
Whatever. He's been doing it for 15 years.
It's crazy. It's so passive aggressive.
He's got that little shred. And so the shit he pulls is that. And then I need the child support. So I'm like, fuck, I got to email him. It's 5 days late. I need the child support. It's this vicious game. So don't play the game if you don't have to. Let it play out. See how Darren handles it. What do you think the end result's going to be? And tell us about the shit that your ex pulls. Anyway, we are TH and Jessica. We are the ex experts. We are Divorce Etc. podcast co-hosts, and we are your girlfriends through divorce and all the other stuff. So DM us, email us, check us out everywhere on social, and we'll see you back here on YouTube soon.